Hi guys, it's me Anne and I'm back for another video. As you can see, today is Monday, so that means
it's Money Monday, go get it. It's money out there, go get it. It's Money Monday, go get it. It's money out there, go get it. Hey, it's Money Monday, go get it. Hey, it's money out there, go get it. Hey, it's Money Monday, go get it.
So this is the second video in our online series, but before we get into that, if you haven't yet, please click the subscribe button and don't forget to turn your notifications on so that you can be alerted every time I upload a video, if you want. Also, please check the description box for the winner of the giveaway, and also their names are listed at the end of this video. But don't skip there yet because we have important information to cover now. In last week's video, we covered brainstorming. So how this online business is going to be implemented in your life, how is it going to affect you, just how you're going to manage to actually pull this off and not land yourself fired or overwhelmed or with a whole bunch of angry customers because you don't have time. Okay, so in this video, since we've already thought about how we're going to do this, can it be done, can it be part of our lives, now we're going to think about what we're actually going to do online. So the first thing you want to think about is, what are you going to sell? Okay, what are your products that you want to sell? Do you make skincare or hair care that you want to start making in bigger batches to sell? Do you want to sell hair? Do you want to sell clothing that you like make, or do you want to like make the decals or the prints or whatever to put on clothing? What do you want to sell? Okay, now if you have no idea what you want to sell and you're looking for things, one of the websites that you can go on is Alibaba.com, and you can go the route of what people like to call private labeling. Okay, private labeling is a big taboo kind of thing because it's basically buying something for cheaper and then putting your name, your logo, or whatever on it and reselling it. Like a lot of the times when you see these makeup palettes with like 88 eyeshadows, if you go on Alibaba.com, you will see that you can purchase these 88 palettes for like cheapy and then slap your thing on it and go about your business. But the thing with those websites is a lot of times that they have a certain amount of product that you have to sell. But you can get your cell phone cases from there to sell if you're interested in that. And it can just be the plain cases, and then you can get like stones or whatever to decorate the cases yourself to make them more custom, but you can get a lot of the supplies there. So that's one website that you can go on if you want to go into the whole private labeling thing. In terms of hair, I'm going to let you flat out know, I do not suggest this. Some people do this, that they go on AliExpress, purchase hair from vendors for cheap and then resell it and then end up in a whole bunch of problems. So another route that you can take is if you're like into fashion and you want to customize pieces, but you don't want to like have to sew or things like that, and you don't want to use those overseas websites, places like H&M and I believe American Apparel or places like that do offer wholesale, or you could buy like shorts or plain white shirts or quality where you can buy quality items and then you can design them yourself. For example, you can buy a plain white t-shirt from H&M or a bunch of them and then embroider it to have a certain design that you conceptualize, or shorts or pants or whatever the case is. So if you are into clothes and it's more so like designing like a shirt and putting like print or embroidery or things like that on it, you can definitely go to bigger retailers like H&M, etc., who do offer wholesale so that you can customize these items and make them your own to sell on your website. I think I just gave you guys a whole bunch of ideas of products and information on where you get the products. If you want anything more, you'll be okay. One thing that I think you need to do, and I think it's like one of the most important things, is you need to sit down and decide what your budget is. You need to put pen to paper and say, okay, I have $300, I have $200, I have $50, I have whatever. You need to decide how much money it is that you actually have to launch this website, because when you have your actual budget, then you can decide on which of your expenses that you'll tackle first, what is actually feasible, and things of that nature. So you need to set a budget. I know when I started the whole online thing, I had $400, and I know what I did to make that $400 grow, and that's something we'll cover in another video. But set your budget, okay, and stick to it. One of the things you also need to do is you need to start making a checklist of what your expenses are going to be. Okay, so for an online store, you're going to need a domain, okay? And this is very, very, very important. If you've seen previous videos of mine, you will know why it is important, but this is very, very important. You can go on websites like Bluehost, Arvix. I do not suggest GoDaddy, but that is a personal thing. You can get GoDaddy if you want, but you need to go on hosting websites where you will get the domain name for free and only have to pay for the hostings. Sites like GoDaddy, a lot of the times you have to pay yearly for the domain on top of paying for the host, for the hosting and things like that, and you don't want to go through it. One of two big things that you need to factor in is what you're going to use to put up your store. There's Big Cartel, which is free up to a certain amount of products. There is Volusion, there's Whippix, Square Up, Shopify. With those websites, they are ready for you to set up your store. You can just add products, set your pricing, and go. There are free options, which is OpenCart. I've used OpenCart before, but you have to be knowledgeable in coding and little things like that for you to be able to use programs like that, or you have to be prepared to hire someone to help you, both of which are expensive. Well, not expensive, but will eat into your budget if it's not huge. Shopify is about $29 a month for the basic plan, and Volusion, I believe, is around the same ballpark. Those are the only two of all that I listed that do not have a free option. There is no free, okay? So you need to take that into consideration. Another thing that you need to look into is P.O. Box. Because you are going to be shipping these items, you definitely need to factor in the cost of the P.O. Box in your area. I know for me, I pay about $39 a month for my P.O. Box. It can be less or more. You don't need like a huge P.O. Box. You just need a P.O. Box, or you can do the UPS box, whatever it is that'll give you an address that's not your home address or that's not your work address, etc., etc. People are crazy, okay? And you do not want to be shipping things and exposing where it is you actually live to anyone, okay? After you gather your expenses, you need to gather the expenses for your actual goods, okay? If that's going to be hair, if that's going to be Alibaba, whatever, if you're going to private label, because if you cannot afford to keep stock on certain things, that's when you can go the route of drop shipping. And drop shipping is something that I will cover in another video maybe. Another thing that you want to consider in your budget that's very important is for you to be able to get a logo. There are websites like Fiverr where you can book people to create logos, different graphic designs, YouTube intros. It's a whole community of for hire individuals to do creative things like writing, etc. You can get a logo for maybe even $10, but it's very important for you to factor in getting a logo because you're building a brand. And even if you don't end up keeping the logo as you grow, it is always good to start with a logo and start building your brand identity. So that's one thing that you want to factor into your budget. All right, so we covered budgeting, we've covered expenses, we have covered products, and we have covered platforms to sell your products on to create your online store. So in the next video, I will cover setting up hosting and setting up your customer service and your procedures and things of that nature. And then the fourth episode will be creating your online store. If you like this series, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up so that I can know to keep recording it and keep sharing this information with you. If you haven't yet, please follow me on my social media. I am most active on Instagram. Sometimes I'm on Snapchat, but I'm improving on that, and you can always hit me up to chat on Messenger on Facebook. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.